got a little bit on my mind right now. Just finished up Earthbound, and I mean, having finished Lord of the Rings on Sunday at the same time, there were a lot of things that really got me thinking during that last portion of it. I mean, first of all, it feels really bad. Much like a good book, when you finish a video game like that just draws you in that way. And the journey that goes along with it. You kind of feel bad because it's like the journey in that portion is over and you don't want it to be. But at the same time, it's time for it to be over. I kind of felt the same way after finishing Lord of the Rings. That felt bad that it was over, but it was I was glad for it to be over at the same time. And I think is one thought from that came to mind is that sometimes we get so lost in the journey that we forget to enjoy it. And then when the end comes, we're both relieved that it's over, but at the same time, wish we could enjoy more of it. When it comes to books and video games, though, I mean, we can enjoy it over again, but there are other things in life that are harder to do that with. It's hard to go back over a weekend seminar that you had or whatever, weekend event that you had that was really good and have that same experience at it. I mean, another event will come, but will it be like that one again? Because it doesn't always have the same story elements or anything. But I mean, another one's coming, so you could try and do your best to get that same feeling, but it can sometimes be a challenge to do that, and you don't want that weekend to be over when you're near the end there. It was kind of the same deal with Earthbound for me, in that I was glad to be at the end, glad that I could say that I've finished the game, but at the same time I didn't want it to be over per se. I wanted there to be more, and then once it's over, it's well, there it goes. I mean, I can play it again, but at the same time, it's you just want to experience that last bit over and over again, the final resting place of it all. And it was kind of the same way with Lord of the Rings. You're sitting there, you're reading about the fall of Mordor and everything else, and then all the celebrations, and then it's dang, the book's almost over. Then you get to the part where the hobbits are all returning back to the Shire, and they've got one last battle, and then then the celebratory things and building things back up, and it's dang, it's over. And then Frodo leaving off with Bilbo, and it's it's really over. And it's something that maybe you took forever to read, like I did, but then when it's over, it's dang. But I mean, at the same time, you look forward to other things that there are. And I guess that's the big part, is are we enjoying the journey that we're taking through life? Or are we just riding through it? Sometimes I feel overstressed with all the grinding I've been doing the last few years, with streaming and all, and then working otherwise. And it feels I haven't taken any time to rest, and I've hit moments of burnout, but at the same time, it's I wonder where all the time went to. And there have been moments that I've enjoyed, but sometimes I feel it just goes so fast at moments. And there are things that I would have liked to do that I didn't get the opportunity, wasn't able to do at the time, that I'm still looking forward to doing. But man, right now, it's both enjoyable in that sense, but at the same time, when that resting time comes, when I've like hit a spot where I've like can feel at peace and not so stressed, I guess, am I really going to be able to, say that I didn't enjoy the process? Am I going to wish I could get back into the process and do things again? I mean, I know I can always do that at one mesa, sort of like that per se, but sometimes it can be hard when you've hit that like lull period or rest period or easy period to not want to go back to the hustle period, but at the same time, the hustle period is kind of where the accomplishment happens. And then it's those like rest periods that you can enjoy for a little bit, and then in order to make the next one worth it, you just have to hustle again. I don't know, it's difficult. I enjoy the rest, but at the same time, sometimes I feel like I squander that rest. I mean, let's not squander it. But yeah. Anyway, that's like one part of my thoughts. Maybe someone will find something. But yeah.